Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
That ties the game at 14.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Mack Wilson. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. So with the completed pass and the yardage they got, they'll decline the penalty.
So obviously, more yards on the pass completion than they would have gained with the penalty. They did the math. They did it well, and it works for them.
They go play action. Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And this is caught inside the 5. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A big connection on that one. 38 yards. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Seibert able to knock this one through. So a late turnover leads to a quick drive, and in turn that quick drive leads to 3 points.
So someone makes a mistake, but how about the other side learning from that mistake, taking care of the ball, and making sure they put some points on the board. Well done.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Randy Bullock to kick off for Cincinnati.
The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. Taken in at the 3. And able to get this out to the 25.
Take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Coming up on 2nd and 7. And again, it's Chubb. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
He was brought down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
Let's go, 1-1. Nice 57. 57's right. Let's make these babies cry.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. 7 yards the pickup. First down, Cleveland.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Brings up.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. It's caught by Coleman. A gain of 6 there on first.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule.
57's Mike. Mike 57. Let's go, D.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mayfield. That one is caught by Hunt. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 4 yards the pickup, first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
57's a Mike. 57's a Mike. Don't let it breathe. Don't hurry. Play outside of D.
Mayfield. And finding the tight end Hooper. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
8 yards on the pickup.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Chubb, the ball carrier.
They know that old expression, it's not my night.
Jesse Bates.
It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. They run it again with Chubb. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They'll be marked. Inches short, no gain on the play, and that's going to lead him to 4th down. It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. Running for it, here's Chubb. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the fourth down conversion. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10.
Mike 57. Kings. 57. Mike 57.
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield flushed out right. And that is incomplete here.
Mayfield.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
25-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Mayfield on play action. And he's got his man on the crossing route. That's Landry. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Call that a very strong gain of 24. They'll try to run this one in. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb, his second touchdown of the night. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the numbers. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. The bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Very short kick, taken right at the 20. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Now this is Callaway on the receiving end. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
And a Bengals 1st down.
A draw play for Mixon. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. Going deep downfield for... And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Cincinnati.
John Ross with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Bengals have got it back to a 1-score game.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this. I know you are, too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done.
Randy Bullock to kick off for Cincinnati.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. Taken in the end zone. And he'll get this just up past the 20, but a marker is down. Let's get the call. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. But that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Throwing, Mayfield. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. From the gun, Mayfield. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And good field position coming up here. The football at the 12-yard line.
At the 12-yard line.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. A big spot for the Heisman Trophy winner. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
3 at the 5-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Well, the bad news, they had the turnover last time. The good news, their defense only surrendered 3. So now we are set up for a great finish, all tied here in the 4th. Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And this one is incomplete. Jarvis Landry, Pro Bowl wideout, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him...
And this is going to be intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. Mixon with a 1st down carry. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started, and they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here, and sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Jarvis Landry, the intended receiver, third down here. I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out in this one.
Now a desperation throw deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter.
That ties the game, 31-31.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. Here's Carter now on the... Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Browns.
As that ball got away from him, and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Mayfield. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Now Mayfield. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Boy, Charles, what a critical call in a tie game late.
You want to have the tight coverage. You don't want to cause the penalty. Pass interference in this case. Remember, it's a yardage foul in the NFL, a spot foul where it occurs.
A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line.
Short of the goal line.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. And they'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1. They'll try again with Chubb. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Nick Chubb, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year. And the Browns have moved out in front.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock and I'm thinking, there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now, on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
At their own 11-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They're down here in a 1-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Here we go with Burrow. And he's got this one complete to Callaway. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain.
Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down.
At the 34-yard line.
He's back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Mack Wilson. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's a gain of 15, and that ought to just about put an end to this one.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Yeah, let's get set. 57 Mike. Mike 57. Tackles. 36.
Mayfield to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Well, sometimes when you try to defend OBJ, you're going to get a PI call.
You might get a PI call at just about any point during his route. And I think a lot of teams have taken the whole philosophy of, hey, just go ahead and do what you have to do and hope eventually they'll quit calling it. But not in this case. They dropped the flag for the pass interference.
57 Mike. 57 Mike.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
And the lead is up to 14.
Good. Makes the score Browns 45. Bengals 31.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
30-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Play action. It's Burrow. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. Second and 20. A final shot now for Burrow. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete, as time has run out on this football game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Browns, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0.
And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week where they take on Washington.
Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, they'll fall